set up here. All right, y'all.
I don't know if it's on.
Yeah, should be. Give us just a second. We'll test everything out. All right, y'all. If you don't mind, give us a quick audio check. I can hear myself, so I think audio is good. So tonight what we want to do is talk to you guys about some options that we have for the 65 and for the poop coupe. So what's going on, Fake Snake? All right, let me pop this chat out because I always hate to have to see myself. Let's see if I can get it to do it tonight. It's not, of course. There we go. Pop out chat. All right. So we've got a couple different options here with the 65 and with the poop coupe. So tonight, we basically just want to ask you guys what you think. Ford Takeover is right around the corner. So what'd you say we have, like 3 months or whatever it is?
Almost 3 months.
So basically 3 months. I know that sounds like a long time, but for the amount of work that's got to be done, we need to be making some decisions. So tonight we want to ask you guys what you think we should do. So let's start out with the poop coupe, I think. So you know we got this 393 sitting back here. It's ready to go pretty much. All we got to do is drop this thing in the car, and we actually have a flex plate. We've got this new transmission. A huge shout out to Shannon Adams and his son. Man, that was freaking awesome. But with that being said, now once we go 393, the car is not going to have a 5-speed in it anymore. So that knocks us out of the event at Ford Takeover, so we can't really race. So what do we want to do here? What do you guys want to see? Do you want us to put the 393 and the automatic transmission in the car, bring it to Ford Takeover? We can't enter the race, but we can test and tune, if nothing else. Or do you want us to leave the 302 in it and bring it with the 5-speed that's in it and just run it like it is? I mean, you guys already know what the car runs. I mean, it's going to run 80, 790. That's what it's going to run. It's not going to be competitive. Really no point in entering it in the race, but we can play around a little bit.
2 comments that the audio is real low.
Okay.
Can y'all hear us pretty good?
Yeah, let's see. Let me turn the audio up real quick. See if we can help out here some. How about now? Is that any better? You guys tell me if the audio is a little better or not.
Good.
Okay. All right.
So a lot of people are on the fence, looks like.
Yeah.
393, go big or go home.
Yeah. So, you know, this is a common problem that every car guy kind of runs into at some point in your build. Where, you know, I love this 302 that we built. Man, we took this thing apart. You know, we honed out the cylinders, we lapped the valves, we threw this thing in dirt cheap, and it runs so good, y'all.
It's a sewing machine.
It is a sewing machine. So good that that's what made me want to put that engine in the Calypso.
Right.
Because it runs so good, and I want the Calypso to have that type of engine in it. So I think everybody's going to reach a point in their build where you got to make a decision. This is one of those decisions, man. It's hard to come up with an answer to. I want to bring the car and show you guys our budget setup in this thing and how good it runs. I love it. We took it to Texas. Was it already built when we took it to Texas?
Yeah, we built it for Texas.
That's right. Yeah, so we built it for Texas. But a lot of you guys haven't seen it yet. But also, man, I don't want this 393 sitting here forever. I want to go ahead and get this thing in the car. So we need to make a decision. We also need to talk about the 65 tonight. So we'll go ahead and read some comments and see what you guys say. All right, audio is fine. I can hear great. Okay, so we got a couple 393 votes here, another 393. So you guys know now it's going to be an automatic. It doesn't have to be an automatic, but guys, we cannot put this T5 behind this 393. You know, if we're going to drive it around the street, it'd be perfectly fine for that. But, you know, we're going to want to try this motor out, right? We want to take it to the track and see what it'll do. And I don't want to mess up. I don't know if y'all have looked lately. Have y'all seen the price of T5s? They're through the roof. I can't afford to be buying another T5. I don't want to tear that thing up. That's a good T5 in that car. So I'd rather not. So with that being said, it's going to have to go as an automatic, which I love. I love an automatic car.
What are we putting TKX in?
TKX is going into 65.
Okay.
Which it doesn't need it, truth be known. Truth be known, the 65 does not need the TKX, even with the 347 in it, or possibly the other setup we were talking about.
Yeah. So what about the 393 with the TKX on it in the poop coupe for Ford Takeover?
I mean, we could. That's a lot of work, man.
It'd be fun, though.
Yeah, it'd be fun, but that is a lot of work, John. Jesus. I don't know. I mean, it could be done. Here's the issue, though. If we take the engine out of that car, I was going to leave it all together and just drop it straight in the Calypso. You know what I mean? Like, it'd be easy that way. It's got a good clutch setup. Everything is perfect in that car.
We could probably get us some grudge races, though, on the 393 with the automatic, just to
For
play
sure.
around.
Yeah.
Neo.
Well, yeah, exactly. Here's the thing, right? We're still not going to be competitive when we first take this car out. We take it out with a 393 and a TKX. That don't mean shit. We're going to get skin up, right?
Yeah.
It's just the way it goes. In a perfect world, with a 250 shot on the car, TKX, you dead hook it, you're going to be very competitive at that level. We ain't going to be there yet. We ain't going to be 250 shot on the poop coupe, TKX, banging gears, all the bugs worked out. So, in other words, when we go to Ford Takeover, we're not going to win the race, you know? So, we can go make a couple exhibition runs either way. All right. Well, what we got here? TKX is 3,000 plus. Yeah, exactly. Hell, a T5 right now. Have y'all seen the price of a T5? You only spending about $800, $900 more to get a freaking TKX. Damn T5 for Z-Spec is expensive. All right, 393, go big or go home. 393, 393. Okay.
Everybody wants that.
Everybody wants 393. I'm good with that. Because what that does, you know what? We need to do that anyway. I ain't even thought about it. That Calypso needs to be back up and running.
Yeah.
So that engine needs to go in that car. So judging by what I see here, and I understand y'all, I really do. I feel like a lot of y'all would like to see the poop coupe go with that little engine and 150 shot and beat the shit out of it. I know that's what everybody wants to see. I want to see it too. But I don't want to tear the engine up. I don't want to break anything. I don't want to break the transmission. It's such a good little motor.
It's a cruising motor.
It's a cruising motor, man. And I want it to go in that car without being broken. I do want to see that 799 if there's a chance in hell, but I don't know if we'll have time. Because our track, you know, you guys know our track burned down, and that kind of threw a wrench in everything. But I'd love to see that 799. TKX and 393 for the win. Yeah, I mean, that was the setup we were originally going to do. But guys, listen, this freaking AOD 4R70W over here has a trans brake. This thing's going to be wicked. This little motor. All right, let's back up here. Let's talk about what that 393 did in David Caesar's car, the guy I got it from. It ran 560? Yeah. Ran 560 in his car, and he still to this day thinks that it had more in it.
Oh, yeah, he said something about it was mild.
Yeah, so it was mild, right? All right, that was a 2-speed power glide in that car. This car here, in theory, should run the same number. It's going to probably have a lower first gear, whatever the case may be. I believe we can still run a 560 or possibly 550 with what we've got in this setup. Now that is a damn good running street car. That's fun. Trans brake and all, right?
That's real fun. Trans brake, 2-step.
Yeah,
they're all fun.
That's fun, man. So, you know, we have a nitrous kit that is extremely capable of producing whatever we want to do. That's all forged. That whole 393 is forged top to bottom. We should be good to go. So, what I'm trying to get at here is that's going to be a damn fine setup.
Oh, no doubt.
It's going to be fun. It won't be the 5-speed, but you know what? We will have back, y'all. We will have back the Calypso with a damn nice-ass Z-Spec with a brand new, freshly built little engine. That's just going to be fun. could beat the ever-loving hell out of the Calypso again and look good doing it.
Put the wheels back on, the cover wheels, just be covering up.
Tailpipes, put the tailpipes back on it, beating through that damn little M41
Hell
cam.
yeah.
So, you know, that's what makes me excited about it. You know, as much as we love the Poop Coupe, the Calypso is essentially the same car, right? Because you got to remember the Calypso is going to get the suspension, it's going to get the rear end, the K-member, everything that's in the Poop Coupe now. So it's going to give up a little bit of weight, but I do still feel like that car would run, you could get 8 O's out of it. I do believe.
Oh, no doubt.
For sure. Because we know the Poop Coupe's got more number in it than what it has. So maybe the Calypso will be the next one that we take to the track as a budget type build, and it'd be that. Just never think of it that way. Do you ever worry about piston speeds? I don't guess I understand what that is. Do it once, yes. Yeah. Revive the Teal Fox with 302. I agree with that statement.
See, what we have an issue with is, and we've talked about this before, we don't like vehicles not being able to move under their own power. Yeah. And what I mean by that is we take a motor out of one, we don't like letting the body sit. Because if you do that, you're going to, for one thing, you're going to lose interest.
Yep.
And then you put more on your plate. Yeah. And you always got that in your back of your mind. I wish I could have done this. I wish I could have done that. If we go ahead and get it running.
You know, we've talked about that on this channel forever and ever and ever, talking about, you know, getting stuff running under its own power. And there's a lot to be said about that. That gets in your head. When you're laying in bed at night and you got 2 cars, 1 car is bad enough. But if you got 2 cars sitting, you got parts scattered all over the shop, all over your driveway, your garage, wherever. Man, that shit gets in your head at night because you know the amount of work that's ahead of you. It's funny, we might build 1, 2 cars a year or whatever, but we don't look at it as 2 cars that we have to build for the year. It's like a little piece at a time throughout the year. We break it up that way. A lot of times you guys don't understand why I build things the way I build them. You're like, I don't understand, do it right once. Yeah, but we may need to just get this car running for right now. It's different than if you're building something at home versus the channel. But still, it still remains true, though. You don't want cars torn apart sitting around.
Well, you work off motivation.
That's right.
And the way that we do cars might not motivate all in all how y'all do cars, but the reason we paint one first is because once you see it in full paint, then you want to get after it.
Yes.
Rather than, you know, one of you might want to build the motor and put it in there and get it running, and that motivates you to go to the next step. You have to keep yourself motivated and find what makes you want to go to the next level.
That's right. 100%. You have to work off of motivation. Look, I don't give a shit what it is that you got to do in life to stay motivated. You do it. If it goes against the grain, so what? Who cares? If it makes you happy. I don't care if you put an engine in your car and you don't have floorboards in it yet. I don't care. Drive it. Do whatever you got to do. Drive it around the yard, do donuts, listen to it run, rev it up. Don't make a shit.
There's a kid that lives over close to this neighborhood that he's 14 or 15 and he has an old Ford white pickup truck.
Yep.
That kid will go out there. He's probably been 10,000 miles in his dang yard.
Yes.
And he has the most pride and motivation to work on that vehicle.
Yep.
And all he does is drive it in the yard.
Yep, that's it. What John's saying right there, man, is what I've been trying to convey to everybody for so long, is just stay motivated, stay interested in all this stuff. There's a comment over here I need to address.
Okay.
Somebody said something about another. Okay, why not a C4 build? All right, so Fox Body John, let's talk about this, because we get comments like this all the time, right? I'm not here just to be a talking head. I'm not here just to sell you videos and stuff like that. I'm here to try to change mindsets, the way you think about stuff. So Fox Body John, let's think about this for a second. Why would we put a C4 in this car when we have a transmission over here that's fully built, that is ready to go? These are the things that we have to I want guys, and I'm not ragging on him, but I'm just in general, I want you guys to think about stuff before you say it. okay? Think about what it is that you're about to put out there on the internet or say to someone before you actually say it. Think about what's going on here, okay? We've got a transmission over here that's ready to go that's essentially for this setup. Now, why would I take a C4 and have to go build it? All right? Send it to the shop and go build it. That's the stuff that you know, I have to answer to a lot on the channel, because I know it seems like a C4 would be great, right? It's an old school transmission with kind of an old school build, but that's not always the case. We got to use what we have. I want you guys to realize that. You're going to have to do the same thing sometimes. You're going to have to use whatever it is you got laying around to get going. Now, with that being said, this isn't just something laying around. This is a badass transmission that we have over here. Now, we could put this thing in a car and it might not perform right. It may come apart. Anything can happen.
We might not like it.
Might not like it. But, you know, questions, you know, like why not put a C4 in it? It's because we have what we have, and it costs a lot of money and a lot of time to go build this stuff.
Transmissions is where the most expensive parts are right now.
Man, it's extremely expensive. So I want you guys just to be real with yourself, okay? And I'm not ragging on this guy. I'm just saying these are the type of comments that I have to answer. And I'm not some guy that's going to sit there and argue with somebody, you know, online. You know, doing this is more like face-to-face, I guess you could say, more like a phone call. I would rather talk to you about it in person, but, you know, comments and questions like this, they suck to have to answer. The silent one, I guess, is staying silent. He retracted his message. Let it roll, man. Why not C4 trans? Because 5-speed is more funner. Yeah.
Much more funner.
Much more funner, yeah. So, you know, we really, really, really wanted to keep this thing a 5-speed. I'm going to be real with y'all. Me and John have talked about it a million times. I don't want to be out there trying to shift a 5-second car. That shit ain't fun to me. Now, Neo and a lot of you guys, because I know you guys race too, a lot of you do. I respect the hell out of these guys doing that. I consider myself a good driver. But I am not going to enjoy trying to make a 5-second car go down the track every single time with a 5-speed, okay? I want to enjoy it.
Yeah, I think when we get into something, like we didn't want to get into racing. We didn't want to get into building a race car, but we dipped our toes in it and it kept going and going and going. And so we pretty much gonna have a full-fledged race car. And when we have set our mind to it, that gets our competitive juices flowing, right? So we want to go and we want to be competitive. We don't want to go just to go. We want to go and be competitive. And with that, having an automatic that's fully built is better suited for our competition.
That's right.
Because there's not really a lot of 5-speed or 6-speed cars around here that go and run at our local racetrack, you know.
No, there's a handful of them, but and it is, you know, it's popular everywhere, the stick shift shootouts and stuff, but right here in this area, really don't have a lot. But yeah, I'm with John. Now, I probably disagree with a lot of you. I think the epitome of an old school street rod is a built automatic car.
Yeah, slap shifter.
Yeah, that's it, man. Manual valve body. To me, that is the epitome of what I think of when you say hot rod, old school hot rod. That's what I see. It's not or maybe a 4-speed car or something. I get that. Old top loader or something. But I truly, truly love a good built automatic. And I think for a lot of people, all right, so I want to hear you guys right now. Those of you that have had a built transmission with a manual valve body, all right, I want you guys to comment. Was it fun to you? Was it not fun? Do you still prefer a 5-speed in that type of build? Because I think for a lot of people that have owned a really good automatic, man, there's something to be said about it. That's raw, old school hot rod shit. With that being said, we do have to talk about the Gray Ghost. So do we want to talk about the whole deal?
Yeah, we're shooting from the hip. We didn't rehearse nothing.
No, nothing.
We always do.
Yeah, nothing's ever rehearsed. So
I guess the question is, you know, we got a little bit of things to work out to make it even possible. But Would you guys like to see the 65 or the Poop Coupe? Is the biggest question.
Yeah. What do you guys want to see at Ford Takeover? Not, there's a chance we could bring both, but I don't want to put that out there. So which car would you rather see at Ford Takeover? And it'll probably be $393 in the Poop Coupe by then.
Oh, no doubt.
So there you go. Yeah.
Off the rip.
Oh, yeah. 65.
And yes,
See,
I'm getting old. I got to wear glasses.
So Wicked GT, so that's Edgar. He hooked us up with a lot of parts. So we love Edgar. Edgar says, my power glide on the street. See, trans brake in the street, let it roll. That's what I'm talking about, man. Edgar knows what I'm talking about, and you guys do too, man. There's something to be said about a freaking good built automatic. Love it. Yeah. It looks like 65 when everybody wants to see. And I understand that. I get it. Hold on. Edgar. What we were talking about?
Yep.
You know what I'm talking about?
Yep.
Hey, Edgar.
We shall talk to you
Yeah,
later.
we'll talk to you later. We'll talk to you later. I think you might have something I'd be interested in.
Yeah.
I didn't even think about it earlier. Me and John were talking about something. So your old setup, remember?
You know what I'm saying.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, see?
So I'll message you or call you tomorrow about it. But anyway, so it looks like everybody really wants to see the 65, which, I mean, we only have X amount of people on here, but God, man.
So when y'all do see the 65, if we can bring it, it's not going to be complete because everything costs a lot of money. Interior is very, very expensive as well. So
Extremely.
And this is a low ball channel. We work off sponsors and stuff like that. So it costs money, and money's tight for a lot of people, including us. So
Yeah, it is. It's hard. I've had a lot of people say we're not budgeting anymore. I'm not going to really get into all that tonight, but guys, I promise you, man, I'm robbing Peter to pay Paul here to get stuff done, and yeah, it's expensive, and it pushes me to my limit. But we get it done, regardless. Never mind. We won't talk about that tonight. We won't go down that road. But we may have, I think we'll have the majority of the interior done. But this car is not going to be like a show car, okay? I know on camera you can't see all the flaws and everything else, but I want you guys to remember his dad actually, he said something years ago, and John was raised here, and that it has stuck with me ever since I first met Big John, which is his dad. Don't nobody belong underneath your car looking around, squatting down, flashlights and stuff like that. He's got a saying about that. That's where I get a lot of that from. Guys, don't nitpick, the car to death, and don't nitpick anybody else's car either. A lot of people are very proud of what they got. I could point out 552 flaws on this car if you wanted to, me and John both. But we are very proud of it, though.
Oh yeah, well,
extremely proud.
I can't stop looking at it. And
Yeah.
It's one of those cars that, and we've built all the other cars. I haven't been on the channel, but I've been helping build in the background for a long time. But this car right here hits different. And, I think it's because it has so much sentimental value to Nakia, who's like my brother, and Papa T, who's like my dad. To be here for that journey, it's been special, and that's why it's so special to us. It might not look like $100 to somebody else,
That's right.
but it damn sure does to us.
When I first met John back in, 96, whenever it was?
95, 96.
95, 96, I was driving that car. And, John remembers the car, and we've had, had a lot of good times, and, a lot of other people did too. And to be able to have this car to where it is right now is just extremely important to us. And, I don't like to get all into that stuff because you guys don't, a lot of people don't care about all that. But every time we work on this car, it's like an emotional journey, which is why a lot of it doesn't get videoed. We don't video this car like we do everything else because it's more of an internal thing that just makes us happy to do. So.
Plus, We're excited like a kid every time we do something to
Yeah,
them.
man.
And we're so excited we forget to film and video anything.
Yeah, that happens a
I
lot,
mean,
actually.
we were so excited about y'all saw in the video that got released today, we were so excited about the carpet in the back, redoing those. And then we were like, oh crap, we've already done it all and we didn't video anything.
Video
So,
it, yeah. So we had to like rush last minute to get a couple little things done, but yeah. Yeah, we just get involved in it. Like tomorrow we're gonna work on the car and Wednesday. And I'm gonna try to video a little bit more for you guys, but yeah, it's an emotional thing really for all of us. So we enjoy it. But anyway, getting back to this, so we got Andrew, we got Hanlon Motorsports in the house. Saw him earlier. Yeah, he's gonna give me crap about this automatic deal. So that'll give us 2 automatic cars, and then the rest will be manuals, right? So we got, yeah. So we'll have the gray car.
Carbon.
Yeah, so the Carbon Fox, and then that, dude, I keep forgetting about the damn Calypso. I was counting up cars a couple days ago. I was like, hell, I only got 3 Fox bodies. No, I got 4 actually. Because, hell, it's been staying up there. And just to clarify, because in the video I thought about it, there was nothing, well, there was something wrong with the motor, but I didn't know anything was wrong with the engine that was in the Calypso. When I made the comment about pushing it down here and we were going to get it back running again, all I meant by that was that it needed a set of plugs in it because their plugs were kind of fouled out. And we robbed the distributor off of it to put in the other car in the poop coop. So, but there was nothing wrong with the engine. I had just not been driving the car. So thank God it worked out the way that it did because, man, I don't know how many more trips down the road that would have had. Also, to talk about what I think happened, the C4 was the first transmission to go behind that 347, and I think that's what got that engine. I think that C4, something was wrong with the torque converter. I think everything was bound up a little bit too much. It was a little too tight. I don't know. I just slapped everything in because it's what Andrew had in his car. So I threw it all in, and it didn't work out. So the very first oil change that I made on the Calypso had a razor thin wire, like half moon shaped wire that came out of the damn drain plug, and it was magnetic. So that had to be crankshaft. So it happened immediately. I guess that crank was just smashed up against that bearing. They said torque. Yeah, and also it doesn't have the anti-balloon plate in it as well. So somebody brought that up, and that's true. So with the boost, this thing could have really been swelling and pushing against the back of the crank. That could have absolutely happened. And also, now I'm going to ask you guys this.
I already know.
Yeah. So this transmission slipped.
Let me see if I can find it.
This transmission slipped a little bit whenever I put it in my car. It worked fine in Andrew's car. No issues. Well, I put it in my car, and immediately this thing started like almost slipping. And I'm wondering if it wasn't, I don't know. I mean, maybe pulling away from the pump. I'm not sure what happened. But, you know, what actually happens when a converter balloons? Does it run it dry? Does it pull it away from the pump? Does it force it into the pump? I don't know. But I'm wondering if that's not what happened. Because me and Joe Nathan, we couldn't figure it out. We're like, it ran fine in his car. We put it in my car. First couple times we got into boost, it was inconsistent. Like it was like a surge. We replaced everything and it still did it again. So could have been the problem to start with. We got Boston in the house.
Boston.
Let's see. Oh, we got Nikki and JJ in the house. What's up, girl? Hadn't seen you in a while. Are y'all going to be at Ford Takeover? Don't make us have to track y'all down this time. Good Lord. Y'all had us worried to damn death last time. Let's see. Hanlon Motorsports. Let's see. We've done that show, unfortunately. So, obviously, I know Andrew Hanlon's going to be there. So, you haven't met Andrew yet, have you? No. You didn't go to...
They wasn't at the LMR?
So, you'll get to meet them this year. Andrew's a trip.
Maine.
That's my dog.
From Maine.
From Maine. Yeah, where's everybody from? Y'all go ahead and let us know where you guys are from.
Dang, Maine.
Anything else that you guys want to talk about tonight? Well, there was something else we were going to talk about with the Gray Ghost. I can't remember. Well, we'll keep the other stuff to ourselves for now.
Yeah,
We'll talk to Edgar.
we'll try to do another live stream
Yeah, we'll do that.
later.
Chicago, Colorado, Indiana.
Oh my gosh.
Northwest Indiana. That's what I'm talking about.
Orlando.
Pennsylvania. Hey, Heath from Dothan. Is that Heath who?
It ain't C?
No, that's Keith. Which Heath is that? Do I know you?
Yeah. Do you know us?
Texas, Virginia, Temple, Georgia,
Wisconsin.
Wisconsin. Oh, Heath Maxwell. That's what I thought. Hey, bruh, I did not know that you bought that car. That's crazy. You know what I'm about? We'll talk about it in a minute when we get off.
All right.
Hey, we're going to have to do let's do a segment on that, man. I think that's awesome. Let's see. So I'm like 2 hours. You knocked it out of the park with the Gray Ghost. Thank you so much. Hey, John has helped so much. Look, I want to give a huge shout out to Andrew and Michael. You know, we've said this before, but it takes a village to get this shit done. Me doing this by myself would have taken forever. Having friends and family help you with stuff has just made a huge difference. But I really want to give a huge shout out to the young cats. Man, we were talking about it earlier. They just got it, man. Venom Motorsports in the house.
Venom Motorsports.
Yeah. So
intriguing.
So you know, those guys have really worked their asses off. I'm so proud of them, and I want that to be proof that, you know, for any of you younger guys out there that are, you know, trying to kind of find your way in life and you don't really know what to do, and maybe trying to find you some older car guys, right? Yeah, I don't know, and see if you can't. Then maybe they'll take you under their wing and kind of help you out. Because man, it has been awesome watching Michael. Andrew had already gotten to the point of, hell, he's probably knows more about this shit than I do, honestly. But to watch Michael progress so quickly has been awesome. And I know there's some of you guys out there that are just craving that information. And I promise you, you find you a good person that's into this shit, and they'll show you. They will show you everything that they know. And a lot of times, man, you'd be surprised what it would mean to somebody just to go sit in the garage with them, maybe have a beer, learn from them, hear their stories, and watch them work and hand them tools. You know, that's really all that some people want or need.
And, you know, we've talked about this too before. What makes us different, though, is we do a lot of work. We don't just talk about it a lot.
No.
And, you know, Michael and Andrew, they watch and they've learned and they're passing us. And that makes it bittersweet, but it makes us happy.
Yeah, they definitely are surpassing our knowledge. I know they're smarter than I was at that age.
Oh, yeah, no doubt.
I mean, I could turn them loose on any project, and I believe it would get done, and it would get done correctly. Now, it might take them 5 years to do it, because they are the slowest.
They
are so meticulous on everything, but it is so good to watch them do this, and they're just going to get better and better. Guys, they could be out doing anything right now. They could be out running the roads, doing drugs, just silly crap, but they turn riches. And that, to me, is just cool as hell. I'm not going to get into this whole argument here because I could go on and on about it. But, man, if you got kids, get them out there and show them how to use their hands. Show them how to fix things. Not no conspiracy theorist or anything like that. But, guys, times are changing. There might come a time when you need this skill set, okay, for your family. Not knowing shit in this world is worthless. That is worthless. If you can't do anything, if you don't have some type of skill set, when the shit goes down, then what the hell, what are you doing? You know, so there's grown men, and I hope to God it ain't none of y'all watching right now, but if you're a grown-ass man and don't know how to change a tire, that needs to be your next thing you learn. You agree?
Yeah.
And teach your kids. Teach them, you know. This channel is not only about cars. It's not only about Fox bodies. It's about stuff like this. And I'm not going to get into it in this video, but man, I am extremely passionate about teaching your kids how to work on stuff and do stuff and be a critical thinker. And the reason why I'm talking about that right now is because talking about Michael and Andrew has really shown me that, man, you know, two kids that you never would have thought would have been into this stuff are all into it and still have good jobs, still make good money, pay their bills, hell, you know, good credit. Like they can, so it's not like they're just all engulfed and, you know, this is everything is cars. Like they're still doing it. They're still getting out there and getting after it and working on cars. That's what's badass. Now, for us,
it's 360.
yeah, for us, it was like one or the other. It was like if you worked on cars back in the day, you wasn't good at shit else. But
No.
now you can do it all.
And like Kia said, the guys on here, there's a lot of people on here that do know stuff. Don't be afraid to teach people. If you just, teaching is a motivator for some, or learning is a motivator for a lot of people too.
Yeah, for sure. What's in the cup? Sweet tea.
Water.
Yeah. Chuck. Sure, this is the same Chuck. We heard anything about the title situation on the poop coop? Let me know. I might have overlooked. I actually forgot to look, but where are we at on that?
Is that who you bought it from?
No, he was helping me get the title and all.
Okay.
I hadn't heard where we're at with it yet. B-Rad. What's up, Nakia? Haven't been on in a while. Loving the content. Yes, keep pushing. Let's see, title bond, $100. Dave Cross. Let's see, anyone thought, or any more thought on a Dothamine? Man, I'm so torn on that. Okay, let me give you guys a quick backstory as to why I'm so hesitant on this, and I will not go deep into it. But I need everybody to understand because it gets brought up a lot. Years ago, me, my wife, my mom, and my Aunt Joyce, we all sat down. And we come up with a plan to try to get this in Dothan. We were going to do a Ford Takeover down here. I had it all written out on a notepad. We were getting close to working out the details. And then as y'all know, I lost my mom. That's been still the hardest thing ever. It's hard to talk about right now. That took all the wind out of my sails. And I get the argument of that's what she would have wanted me to do, and I understand that, but it's one of those things that is just, I don't know, man. It's just been a barrier for me that I've not been able to really kind of push through. And that's kind of where it all just stopped. I don't know that we'll ever have a meet down here. I don't know. We'll see. Caleb does such a good job. I've seen what he has to do to go through it, and man, It is a lot of work. Now, John can tell you, I used to do PFO meets, and you know, we would have, at one time we had 60 cars at one meet, and that's a lot of cars. It's a lot of people to deal with. That's 60 cars. You know, Nick Strong, he understands as well. You know, he helps Caleb out and stuff. A lot of people help Caleb out doing this stuff. And it takes an army to do it. I just don't know if I want to do it, y'all. I get it, and I would love to have y'all here.
And it takes a lot of time away. We're lucky that we have family who understand.
Yeah.
But this takes a lot of time away from certain parts of your life.
100%
So,
it does.
you know, getting into a car meet, something like big, and then working full-time jobs is kind of tough.
Yes, it's really tough. You know, every time I'm out here, I'm taking away time from the family. You know, we didn't even turn a wrench tonight. I thought we were, but tonight was just one of those nights where we just, I don't know, we just talked. We had a lot of talking that we needed to do and get some stuff worked out. But
A lot of ideas that's coming to the channel that y'all see. It's gonna be pretty cool.
yeah, it's gonna be cool. There's a lot of stuff that's gonna happen once we get this done. Which, I mean, you know how everybody always says, you know, these cars are never done. This is going to be one of those cars that's truly never done. I just don't ever see it being 100% complete because it was a shell and we didn't have all the parts for it. So you're constantly, you got to buy every plug, every screw, anything you could possibly imagine. It's got to all be bought new. We had a couple of panels on the interior, and that was it, y'all. That was it. Everything else had to be bought. No controls, no nothing. All the shit had to go. So it's been pretty rough. So there'll always be something to do to it. But you know what? It don't matter. Because the very first thing I'm going to do when I jump in this car right here is I'm going to play probably some Scarface or either some TLC or some Hootie and the Blowfish. Now, I know everybody's like, what? You do what? That's what I used to listen to in this car. I had a cassette tape player in the back.
Hootie and the Blowfish.
Hootie and the Blowfish in the back with some damn C batteries in it. And I'd stick it in the back seat back there and play my tapes. That's what I used to listen to. I just want to get it running and get it to that point. And I'm going to buy I said I was going to do it today. An 80s or 90s, probably a 90s style, like old school like radio, boombox. And I'm putting that bitch in the car. And we're going to have it in there. It's going to stay in there.
You know they make them now.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
They're pretty bad.
Oh, yeah. They got one actually that I saw that I really want.
It's called the boom box.
Yeah, I saw it earlier. Yeah, I like that.
I like that a lot.
Yeah, but expensive though. But yeah, anyway, I'm just ready to drive the damn car and enjoy it. But, you know, although I have driven the car, I drove it to Andrews one day, which is the furthest it's ever been. It's right across the road. But I drove it to Andrews and turned it around. Although it felt good to drive the car, it still wasn't the same thing yet. I wasn't feeling it yet. As soon as we put them back seats in, it's there, man, it's there.
No, after we boom matted or dynamitted the floor and then we put the speaker in there.
Oh yeah, that speaker, yeah, we put a speaker in it, dude. It was just, it sounded awesome. So anyway, all right, let's read some of these comments. Let's see. No 8-track. Oh, still working on it. Florida is dragging their feet. Hopefully. Okay, that's cool, Chuck. I appreciate it, man. I didn't see the comment. John just pointed it out. The Ghetto Blaster. Yeah, man. But that's what I had in this car. Actually never had a radio at all in it. So let me ask you this. When you met me, did my car have 2 seats or just 1 seat?
One.
You know, I thought the car had 2 seats in it, but everybody.
It had like a milk crate or something
Yep.
in there.
It's funny because I remember the car having 2 seats, but every single person that I talked to remembers a milk crate. I guess that's it.
I don't remember no ever being.
I don't either now that I think about it. It had the back seat.
And then, like, if we knew we were going to go beat on it, which was pretty much any time we got in it, you had to move the milk crate to balance, to get yourself where you wouldn't get snatched to the back.
Yeah, you kind of had to move it to the back of the seat back there so it wouldn't fold.
Oh, and then you had the holes in the floor that we smoked cigarettes back there. You just throw them out on the floor.
Yeah, that was. I actually had a no smoking sign on the windshield of the car because the top of the gas tank rusted out, and you couldn't fill the car up. Which, I mean, I didn't have the money to do that back then anyway.
No.
But you couldn't fill the car up because it would just slosh out the top of the damn tank. So I had a no smoking sign up there, a little metal sign. Yeah, exactly. Just joined. 65's looking good. Great job, guys. Thank you so much, man. I appreciate it. And Dirt Track says no 8-track. The car actually didn't have the 8-track adapter in it. Honestly, it never had a radio in it at all. That car never had a radio. It had the whole, and you know,
It's too busy spanking ass.
Yeah, back in '95, man, I almost cut out the radio slot to put a new style radio in it, and dude, the car was a piece of crap back then. So honestly, I don't even know why it bothered me, but I knew better. I knew better than to do that, and somehow or another, the dash of that car never got cut for a radio. So I'm going to put one of those classic Bluetooth style radios in it, and I think that'll be pretty cool. And then we're going to put like, I think Rockville. I know this is a shot in the dark, but has anybody used the bass tube, the Rockville, like 8-inch or 10-inch bass tube? I thought about putting one of those in with the amp already in it because I'm not looking for anything crazy. Y'all got to understand. I just want something simple. They're only like $80 or $90, and they're powered. So you just run the power wire and the signal wire to it. So if you guys have used that and like it, let me know. Bazooka tubes used to be, the thing back in the day. Scar, I thought Scar made one with a built-in amp, but they don't. So Whatever your recommendation is for a powered bass tube, 8 at the most 10 inch, let me know. We're going to drop one down there behind the seat. They used to have a bazooka tube, yeah. Remember the pull-out radios? Yeah, man. You talking about the one you could just pull out and take with you so nobody would steal it?
The anti-theft?
Yeah, what about the Chameleon? The old Chameleon, it'd like flip up.
Oh,
yeah, and then like hide like it was nothing there.
That was high dollar.
Yeah, it was. And then I had the one, the Pioneer with the dolphins.
Oh, yeah, I had that one.
Let's see, I had the cassette, the portable CD. Oh, I had one of those, yeah. And something else.
Is that the one with the cassette tape?
Yeah. Yeah,
Put
yeah,
the
with
CD
the cassette tape, and then it had the CD. It's like,
Had the wire coming out the cassette tape?
yeah. What is this? What does he say? Have you ever been to Steel Drag Strip? I hadn't.
Steel, yeah, North Alabama.
I ain't never been
Yeah, I've been there a couple of times, pro mod racing.
Fox Body Central. I would buy a Bluetooth amp. Well, I was gonna get a Bluetooth amp, but here's the deal: I got to fill the hole. That's the problem. And I've got one in my Amazon cart. It's only like $50, and for what I'm doing, Scar also makes a Bluetooth amp. But I think for what I want to do, I want to buy one of those classic radios with the Bluetooth. They're expensive as hell, but put that in there, and then just basically a power wire and a ground wire, and then your signal wire back there to it. That way I can disconnect it pretty quick. But yeah, a Bluetooth amp would be cool. Just put 2 Scar 10s in my coupe. Yeah, I love Scar. I've got a Scar 12 up there. I love Scar. And I don't want to have to build a box or anything. Like, I just want something quick that we can just throw back. Because, you know, on the 2+2, when you fold it up, you have a little gap back there that you can put something like that in. So I got to listen to my TLC. Let's see, what was I really rocking back then? Like, what was the thing? It was Do or Die. Love some Do or Die. Do you want to ride? So a little Do or Die, TLC. I love TLC. I know that probably sounds silly to people. I love me some TLC.
Too short regardless.
Too short always. Scarface was big to me back then, The Diary. I did not listen to country back then at all. None. So.
Oh, what was the rock group? Candlebox?
Candlebox, absolutely. Silverchair. You know, Alice in Chains. But to be honest with you, 783, of course. Alice in Chains Grind, that album Grind, was probably the one I listened to the most in the car as far as that goes. The Dirt album, which that had come out a little bit before. But yeah, you know, just, I can't wait to get in this car and hear all those songs again. And I don't want some awesome ass sound system in it. I just want something that I can hear. It's got a little bit of bump, and that's it, man. I just can't wait. Hang my arm out the window, hat around backwards, roll.
You definitely have a smile on your face that you can't wipe off.
Po pimping, baby. Yeah, that's right. Mobb Deep. I didn't listen to Mobb Deep. Soundgarden, yes, 100% Soundgarden.
Oh, no doubt.
8 Ball MJG, hell yeah.
What?
Man. Boss Bluetooth. All right, so I saw that. So that's the Boss Bluetooth amp, or is that just a little module? You can enclose some 6x9s in the deck. So you can't, which I mean, obviously you understand that this is the 2+2. You'd have to do it in the trap door, and I don't want to cut the trap door. So I don't have an actual deck back there. Beastie Boys, yes.
Oh, yes,
absolutely.
Sir. License to Ill.
Okay, so you got the module, so you got the little box. And so how do you like it? So you just, it's a Bluetooth module. I had one on my golf cart, but it was a Jensen, and I would use it, but I don't know what I did with it. So it's just a little module, and then do you have RCAs that come out the back of it, or is it just a headphone port? Alice in Chains, hell yeah, that Grind album. The Grind album gets no love. No love. Okay, something else I'm going to talk about real quick since we mentioned music. I'm probably not going to put any more music on the channel, at least not for a while. It screwed my algorithm up. It messed up the flow of everything by me doing that. I was just throwing out stuff. I wasn't trying to do it for any particular reason other than I was going to give you guys about 10 to 12 songs that were in a playlist, and that way you could get in the garage and you could just play Fox Body specific music. I thought it'd be cool. Well, the problem is YouTube counts those as videos, obviously. Any of you guys that have a YouTube channel, you understand in YouTube Studio, every one that goes up is in competition with the last 10 videos. Well, it has just screwed up my whole algorithm here, bad. So I think the best thing I can do is we'll just chill out with the videos like that, and I may post them to Facebook or something because that jacked up a lot of stuff. So anyway, and I enjoy doing it.
It's funny.
We had a blast doing all that stuff, man.
Bone Thugs and Harmony.
Oh, hell yeah. Dude.
All
yes,
of Master P.
Yeah, all of Master P for sure. Well, Master P was a little, Ice Cream Man had come out, but I wouldn't, we did listen to it a little bit, but, who were we just talking about? Damn it. Who did you just say?
Bone Thugs and
Bone
Harmony.
Thugs. Jesus.
Biggie?
Absolutely. Yeah. I wasn't a Biggie fan really until later on, and there was a couple songs, but I wasn't like everything Biggie did. But Too Short, Bone, of course Tupac, man, I love that stuff. Loved it. I'm trying to think what else I used to listen to back then. Meat Puppets, Nirvana, all kind of stuff. Man, I was into about everything.
311.
Hell yeah, 311. Woo. Love me some 311.
Hell yeah.
Doggy Style had to be one of the best albums to me around that era. You ain't messing with Doggy Style. That was just the epic album in my opinion around that time. It was killing Tupac stuff to me. Like whenever I heard it, I was so funky and so different, and the bass and just everything about it was just awesome. And speaking of which, DJ Magic Mike, Illegal Bass Outlaws, MCADE, Nemesis, Tech Master PED, all this stuff. Like I was big into the bass scene back then. Loved all that. Nemesis, Munchies for Your Bass.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah. Keith Sweat, hell yeah, dude. Yes, I rocked the hell out of Twisted and all that stuff. Keith Sweat was always in the car. And Silk, remember Silk?
Hell yes.
Ooh, Silk was good, man. I was rocking Silk back in the day. Pearl Jam.
Is that Love Me Down?
Silk was Twisted and Nobody. Those were the two main popular. Oh, you talking about the Silk?
The group.
Yes, it was. Yes.
Love Me Down or something like that?
Yeah, that was it. Absolutely. 2 Live Crew, 100%. Yeah. Godsmack. I didn't get into Godsmack until the late 90s. What do you say? Missed the intro.
Your intro music.
My original. I still have it, but actually I don't have it. I'll have to go rob it off of one of my old YouTube videos and re-upload it, cut it and re-upload it because it got lost on my other computer. Hell yeah, UGK Riding Dirty.
What?
In Too Deep. I remember some In Too Deep. Twista, yes. Or Do or Die.
Do or Die.
Yeah. Pantera, yes, absolutely. Back to the Hotel. You lost me on that one.
Oh, yeah.
What's that?
It goes.
Oh, yeah. What about Kid Cudi? I think that he was later. It was later, but Day and Night. That was definitely later.
Yeah. In Too Deep. Back to the Hotel.
Yeah.
Yep. That was a jam for a long time.
Yeah, it was. Big Daddy Kane. What about Tila?
Mm-hmm.
Ooh, Girls in the Club, showing love. Wasn't that Tila? Oh, God. Good stuff, y'all. Good stuff. I could sit here and do this shit all the time.
There was one intro in your video. It did. The car was rolling up in the driveway. That track was killer.
What was that?
DMX.
Hell yeah, some DMX.
Vanilla Ice.
Hey, say what they want to. I used to rock me some Vanilla Ice now.
They only had 2 good songs on the whole
Shit,
thing.
nuh-uh. Look, Vanilla Ice, he had, whatchamacallit, what was the name of the damn
Ice
song?
Ice Baby.
Ice Ice Baby. Then he had whatever that was, What It's Like Having a Roni or some shit.
Oh,
I used to
yeah.
love that. And then what was the other one that he ripped off? The beat he ripped off. I don't know. Anyway, he had a bunch. What about CNC Music Factory? What?
Gonna make you sweat till you bleed.
Yeah, that was some good shit.
Talking about some ninja rap. Oh yeah, he's talking about from the Turtle movie.
Yeah, yep. At least 3 tracks.
Cypress.
Cypress Hill.
No doubt.
Absolutely.
We still rock that.
Yes.
Burner.
Dude, Burner, yeah. Burner and what's the other? Be Real and Burner.
Be real.
So, yes, that car had Cypress Hill playing in it quite a bit, actually. Now that you bring that up, that was some good shit. What
All the way around.
8 Ball and MJG, man. We can't leave out damn 3-6 Mafia. 3-6 was badass right around that time. They had some stuff. Yeah. Oh, you said Temple of Boom. Yes. But Temple of the Dog was awesome as well.
Oh, Warren G. Yes, sir.
Oh, my God, dude. Warren G and Nate Dogg. Man, Nate Dogg has this voice, has this way about him. As a matter of fact, since we're talking music, are y'all good with this conversation? Can we just roll like this?
We're
for
having a
while?
good time.
Yeah, I'm having a good time doing this. So if y'all are cool with it, we'll talk. So today I was wondering. So the song "Smile with Me" with Scarface and Tupac. All right, that song had the same background singer as "Do or Die" song. Paper Chasing, I think was the name of the song. I can't remember. But I noticed that backup singer. You know, the one that's always I in the background doing his thing. Well,
That's Enya, isn't it?
no. It was, God, what was the guy's name? I can't remember.
West Side Connection.
Yeah, West Side Connection. Naughty by Nature.
Oh,
Hell
yes,
yeah,
sir.
boy.
Yes, sir.
Why are we talking about that?
Goody Mob.
Goody Mob, boy. Beautiful black skin. That was it. Boy, that was a badass jam right there. There was something else there right around that time. Oh, man.
You guys are nailing it on the head.
Yeah, y'all killing it, man. Wild hearing y'all talk about this style. I grew up hardcore, metalcore. I just, like, here's my issue with metal, man. And I'm not knocking it. You know, everybody likes what they like. I love metal, but the shit's got to carry a groove. It's got to carry a beat. Anything that's just like, and doesn't make any sense to me, I can't. Pantera's about as hard as I get. And I know some people would argue Pantera's hard, but if you notice, they carry a tune. There's a rhythm to it. Anything that gets completely out of rhythm. Chop Suey is as far left as I go with that shit, because that is really wild shit. But it's just good enough that it holds my attention. Anything outside of that, I just can't get into.
Outcast.
Hell yeah, some Outcast, absolutely. There was some other stuff though that we were leaving out. Who's a Too Short fan? Like, I want to know. Man, I'm gonna tell y'all something. Me and John talking about it. You wasn't effing with Too Short in the late '80s, early '90s. I don't care. You ain't gonna tell me and make me believe nobody was rapping better and had better beats than Too Short. Life is Too Short, Short Dogs in the House, that whole thing. Dude, he was killing it. Cocktails, and then after that, it kind of fell off.
He was pretty much the first one to ever rap with cuss words.
Yeah, man. You know, you had
And talk about dirty stuff.
what Slick Rick. You had DJ Quick. You had some stuff, but he had
Wu-Tang.
funk to it. Yeah, he had some funk, man. I loved it. Two Live Crew, obviously, but this was different though. This wasn't raunchy so much as it was just like a mix of it. It made you fall in love with the artist, and then he hit you with some Two Live Crew type stuff. We still play, man. Too Short is the greatest of all time, in my opinion.
Oh yeah, mine too. He's on the
He
playlist.
just is, man. 100% of the time. Short but funky, wanna be a gangster. You can't beat those beats, man.
Mac Attack.
Yes, dude. And Sir Mix-a-Lot. Sir Mix-a-Lot for me was massive. What was the name? Was it was it Posse on Broad? Was that the name of the album?
For who?
Because it wasn't, or was it Swass? No, Swass.
For who?
Sir Mix-a-Lot. Swass, I think, came after. Y'all can tell me what
I don't know. I only listened to two songs.
Oh yeah, KRS-One, Public Enemy.
95 South.
95 South.
Yes, sir.
To get down, man. What was the name of the damn album that had Posse on Broadway on it? Huntsville, Alabama in the house. Anyway, that whole album was good. It had Rippin', had Bremolo. But Bremolo, if y'all never heard Bremolo, look up Sir Mix-a-Lot, Bremolo. That's ridiculous. That is a ridiculous song. Run DMC, Jam Pony.
Ooh,
Jam Pony,
yes,
what?
sir.
Jam Pony used to mix it up, man. I used to love me some Jam Pony. Now, some of the Jam Pony stuff was just too far out there for me, but I did enjoy some Jam Pony. Goody Mob, 100% Goody Mob, man. CeeLo. Yeah, Custom was more NWA, but
Swass.
it was Swass. Okay, so the album Swass. So anybody that's into this stuff, and maybe you're not sure, you never heard of, look up Sir Mix-a-Lot Swass album. Badass. And then Mac Daddy came after that, and Mac Daddy had Testarossa. One Time's Got No Case. Y'all, I'm telling you, Sir Mix-a-Lot had some really, really good shit, and Too Short right around the same time. Who remembers Timmy T?
I don't know who that is.
I don't know either.
Stevie B.
Yeah, NWA. I wasn't really that big into NWA a whole lot because it was, I mean, I did. I listened to some of it. I'm going to tell you something that I didn't like. I liked one song, and that was Body Count. I was not a Body Count fan. Ice-T, it was cutting edge, man. It was different. It was rap and heavy metal together. Yeah, Grandmaster Flash, 100%, absolutely. Sir Mix-a-Lot, come on, man. Y'all, not the Sir Mix-a-Lot y'all know today. Not Baby Got Back. I mean, that was cool, but before that.
When he actually rapped.
You wasn't messing with Sir Mix-a-Lot. That and I Got Game, that Sir Mix-a-Lot song, which I think that was off the Seminar album, but that's good stuff. Spring Love, Stevie B. I don't know, Tag Team back again,
Mm-hmm. Rex and Effect.
Rex and Effect, yeah. I need to put a system in one of the GTs, yeah. I have, well, we got that up there, which is a massive box for a 12. It gets down pretty hard, but I don't know, man. It's so heavy. I hate putting it in the back of the car. We've had it in there, though. Top Authority, H-Town.
Yeah, I didn't really care for Easy or none of that group.
Really? I actually liked Eazy-E, but I couldn't tell you like a lot of the songs other than just the mainstream
Well,
stuff.
Easy about to be the only one.
Yeah. Yeah, the whole NWA thing.
Yeah, I ain't with all that.
Yeah, it was, for us around here, it was kind of hard to really kind of listen to. Like, it was just, I don't know, it's kind of hard to explain. But you can understand, we were young. You can't really be listening to NWA, you know. So it kind of put us in a bad spot where we couldn't really listen to it anyway.
That's a gray area.
Yeah, man. Like, you get in trouble with your parents, you get in trouble with other kids. Like, you had to really be careful.
What about Digital Underground?
Yeah, I remember some Digital Underground.
It's still going on.
What about some Alice DJ?
Oh yeah.
Some Fatboy Slim.
Oh,
now
yeah.
we're getting that's a little later, but still.
Who to you?
Yeah, man. God, man, we have some.
Jagged Edge, good one.
Yeah.
No Exhibit.
Yeah, I wouldn't really. Yeah, Blackstreet, absolutely, dude. So No Diggity. I have a version of No Diggity that is off the chain, and it's some dude that was just playing it for a group of people in some little town, like you can tell it's like Seattle or some shit, you know, grungy looking dude, and he's just I've played it on the channel a lot because I can play it because it's a cover, and he didn't copyright it. Oh man, it is the best version of No Diggity you will ever hear. It's some solar something, like maybe, I don't know, it's got solar in it. You guys look it up if you like No Diggity. Black Hole Sun, yeah. Taking me back to summer of 97. Yeah, man. So summer of 90, we'll say 90, I guess 95, 96, would have been Too Short, Get In Where You Fit In.
Oh, no doubt.
That was it. Too Short, Get In Where You Fit In was killing everything back then to me. Yeah, because when did Snoop's album come out? Was it 96, 95, 95, 96?
Mid-90s.
Yeah. Do you like freestyle music? So, Pimp, what do you mean by, Drew Hill, yes. Is that the Dragon?
Drew Hill.
Yeah.
That's some lay you down music.
Cisco. I was thinking of Cisco.
Drew Hill. He was part of Drew Hill.
Yeah. What was that? What was the connection there? Drew Hill, Cisco. They called him the Dragon, or
Cisco was the lead singer for Drew Hill, I think.
Is that what it was?
I think.
Slick Rick, yeah, we talked about Slick Rick. Slick Rick was a little before my time.
Brian McKnight,
Yeah, Brian McKnight's good stuff, man. That was a singing bitch.
We don't need to be talking about that kind of music with two fellas out here.
Yeah, come on
That's with your lady right there, your husband.
Rock. Yeah, Chub Rock was, you talking about Smashing Pumpkins?
No, Chub Rock, the rapper.
Oh, I don't know that. That was Curb Rock, whatever it was. Yeah, Cisco,
Bobby Brown.
Drew Hill, yeah. Yeah, Bobby Brown, dude.
Kilo.
Kilo, yes, y'all kill. Yes, dude. We need to listen to some Kilo.
Oh my God.
Kilo was
dirty.
That was different.
He was dirty.
Yeah, man. That's some good stuff there.
Oh.
Thank you. Who said Kilo? Brandon. Yeah, man. God, I need to listen to that. The Chronic, yeah, that was a badass album, man. 100%. West Side Connection, yeah. Freestyle was late 80s, early 90s, Latin techno dance. Yeah, probably not, because where we were at, we were kind of, before the internet, you guys got to think we were a little behind. Unless it was absolutely cutting edge mainstream, we didn't really get a lot of that, right? The internet leveled the playing field. But before that,
Columbia House.
Yeah, like wherever Camelot or wherever you could walk in and just see what was new.
No, Columbia House, you could buy like 20 tapes for a penny.
Yeah, that's.
But then they get you on the shit.
Yeah.
Ghetto Boys.
Yeah,
yes.
I was listening to Scarface early. That's what I was saying. So, Johnny P or something, the background singer.
Johnny Gill.
No, Johnny Gill was. Anyway, I found that guy that sang all the background for the Tupac. He actually was in a lot of Tupac and Scarface's songs. He was also on Do or Die.
Genuine.
Stevie B was freestyle. Genuine, absolutely. When I first heard that song, Pony, I thought it was a woman.
Oh, the notes he was hitting?
Yeah, sounded like a woman. I was like, damn, some woman really wants this dude to ride her pony. I'm like, okay, whatever.
Thought they were talking about a Mustang.
Yeah, well then I find out it's a dude. I'm like, it's what? That's not a dude. Scarface was so dope. The Diary is one of the best albums ever. Shit, good. Ain't it? The Diary is one of the best albums ever. White Sheet was one of my favorites. A matter of fact, I wrote a poem that's still in my yearbook from Never Seen a Man Die. Was it Never Seen a Man Die? Wrote a little poem about that. Like I was all into Scarface, man. Just his style of rap. And if you guys heard Scarface on Tiny Desk, that is him and Mac Miller. Probably my two favorite on Tiny Desk. If you guys have not seen that, look up Tiny Desk on YouTube. Yeah, man. Ghetto Boy is something else, man. You're going to cover the radio with the Shelby plate? No, we're going to put a radio in it. I thought about doing the module, the Bluetooth module or Bluetooth amp, but honestly, man, here's the funny thing. I want to hit the radio, and I want to just hear, what the radio. Because, like, I don't know, something about that's nostalgic to me. To just turn the damn thing on and just have maybe even an AM station playing. Like, I don't know. I mean, to have that ability really just takes me back. The car did have a radio in it at one time, but I strapped it to the bottom with the radio strap shit to the bottom of the dash. There should be 2 screw holes under the bottom of the dash where I put some little radio that I had laying around, but I never cut the hole out for it. Cypress Hill, absolutely. AC/DC, yeah, man. I used to listen to a lot. Now we could there's a lot of other stuff that I listen to. Like, I know we're talking about a bunch of rap and stuff, but I was still like really big into Leonard Skinner. I was big into Copperhead. I loved Copperhead. None of y'all know. There ain't a damn one of you right now watching this that knows who Copperhead is. Not Copperhead Road, but Copperhead. If you do, I don't know. I might have to hook you up with something. But you got to name a song with it. No, because y'all cheat. We ain't doing that. Cheat, they'll go Google it. But anyway, man, there was a lot of stuff going on back then that we were listening to. Still a lot of old school. Something that, but I was a huge Whitesnake fan and Cinderella, Jackal, like all that stuff. Yeah, I was. Still
I love some Cinderella.
Hell
Tesla.
Yeah. Tesla, absolutely.
The group Tesla.
One of my all-time favorite singers ever is Jackson Browne. Period. If y'all never listened to Jackson Browne, man, look you up. These days, I mean, any one of his songs good. Doctor My Eyes. The Hairbands. Yeah. Hell yeah. Shoot the Thrill. Yeah. Thunderstruck was not Thunderstruck. It was Rock and Roll Ain't Noise Pollution was my favorite AC/DC. Of course, Pink Floyd. I mean, that goes without saying.
We didn't have Napster.
No.
That was mostly when we were growing up.
Yeah, we had Napster later on. Once in the late '90s, like '99, 2000. I had Napster and Grokster, Morpheus, LimeWire, BearShare. But back then though, we were just whatever we had. The damn Master P Ice Cream Man was the damn. If y'all hadn't heard that, that was a pretty banging ass album.
That was hitting hard.
Yeah. Time to check my crack out. That shit gets down.
Queensryche.
Yeah. Jackal. Yep. Skid Row.
Skid
man.
Row. 18 of Life.
18 of Life is. Oh my God, I could listen to that over and over and over and over on repeat. Now, we talk about music a lot, and I talk about motivation. Y'all listen to me, and you hear me out right now. If you're struggling, there's 2 things that can pull you out of depression or either get you motivated or maybe you need to chill. Maybe you're too wound up. There's 2 things. That's going to be music and smells. You combine those 2 and you get the right combination, you can completely change your outlook on life. If not for the moment at least, you can really draw yourself out of a deep depression, get motivated. Man, Wednesday is my anniversary, and it's so funny. Me and my wife don't overthink stuff. We don't go like above and beyond and do all this crazy stuff and buy each other all this crazy shit. So tonight, my wife's like, all right, you want to go ahead and get your present? I knew she couldn't hold out.
Couldn't handle it.
She can't handle it. Every single time it's going to happen this way. So I was like, yeah, whatever, go ahead. So she comes out, and she got me 2 bottles of cologne now. So she got me Dolce & Gabbana light blue, and then the K, which is, I guess is King or whatever. I'd smelled that one before, but never got it. Well, I'll be damned. I bought her a bottle of perfume from Alexandria. So, like, that's just what we do. But anyway, the point is, like, these smells and this music can transform your whole mental state. Y'all hear me. Listen to me. If you struggle with anything, depression, with anxiety, with being lazy as hell, with lacking motivation, being too hyper and needing to calm your ass down, music, smells. I love candles. John loves candles. Look, there's nothing wrong with being a guy and liking smells, liking candles, and liking stuff like that. Why am I talking about this? Because this is just what we do. We talk about shit randomly.
Yeah, we're all over the place.
We all over the place. So I'm talking about this because I think a lot of you guys right now would be embarrassed to tell somebody that. And
I like candles.
Hell yeah, that's a big. You see, John, this dude said he likes candles. So hell, I guess candles are cool. I mean, shit, man. You know, enjoy life. But yeah, anyway, the whole Dirt soundtrack, absolutely. The whole Joe Dirt soundtrack. I thought you were talking about Alice in Chains Dirt, but yeah, that too.
Almost
Lacoste.
Famous soundtrack is one of the best ones ever made.
Yes. So Lacoste, definitely. I like the white and the black Lacoste bottle.
Yeah. The white.
Huge into candles. Good deal, Joseph. Man, that's what I'm talking about. Nothing wrong with lighting a candle. Absolutely. I want any of you that like it, that don't have a problem with it, go ahead and just put it out there right now and show these people that are a little like, I would never admit. Show them it's cool. I'm telling you, man, there's been nights. We talked about something earlier that happened to me in my life recently that obviously devastated me, man. It was really hard to get over. And it was music and scents. I went ballistic ordering colognes. I had to have a coping mechanism. And man, I got into the niche stuff. Me and John both tobacco scents that'll just blow your freaking mind. I'm talking about scents that when you smell it, it smells like you just opened up a fresh bag of pipe tobacco and just, I'm telling you. Guys, if you've not smelled any tobacco scents, a lot of it you can't get from the stores. You're going to have to order it online. But, man, Sarah, red tobacco is one. What's the other one we like? The Hafez 1984.
Oh, yeah, no doubt.
Fabulous tobacco. Masculine scent that's just...
That hot smoke.
Hot smoke is banging. I just got that one from Alexandria. It's extremely good, but it's important because, man, you get down and out, and sometimes you don't know how to get out of it. I've been there. Put you on some good music, light you a candle, spray you some cologne on. I don't give a shit what you do. I wear cologne when I go to bed. It helps me sleep at night. It helps me unwind.
That is a really good statement. Candles are just mini campfires by your house, for your house. That is like the perfect statement.
Yeah, absolutely. Let's see. I like what Joseph says. I got no shame being a grown-ass man building puzzles on my coffee table. Yes, dude. 100%.
You got to keep your mind motivated.
I want every one of y'all to read these comments. I know there's probably not a lot on right now, but y'all need to see this shit because we're going to probably push this a lot more on the channel. Something else I want to just talk about on the channel tonight, since this is just a hangout session, okay? I think we're going to have to go through some changes at some point with the channel. I'm not even really talked to John a lot about it yet, but I'm not saying I'm quitting or anything like that, so that's not what I'm doing. But guys, I think I've reached the peak of what I want to do as far as building cars, and I don't know. Something's going to have to change at some point here with the channel. We're not going anywhere, but I think we're really just going to have more videos where we talk and try to encourage you guys to do stuff, answer questions, do live streams. Guys, I woke up not too long ago and realized that my kids are, where did it go? 6 years, almost 7 years I've been on YouTube pushing as hard as I can push. Y'all just don't understand. It's about killed me. It's just too much, and I've lost a lot of time with my family. I've got to slack off. I've got to. We have been out here. We have worked every single day that I've been off. John's been over here. Everybody's been over here. Just go. I can't do it forever.
And it's always like that.
Yeah, it's always that way. Always that way. And I don't think I would know what to do with myself without doing this. But at the same time, y'all, something's got to change. And I'll still be here for you. But we're just not going to do things the same. I'm not going to get myself in these positions anymore after this car. We've got a full year pretty much ahead of us to finish this year out. And I guess what I'm trying to say is at some point, possibly by the end of this year or early next year, you're going to see somewhat of a change in the channel. And you're probably going to start to see a little bit of it kind of peak out a little bit this year. I'm going to try some different things and do some stuff. I got to make life easier on me. I don't want to wake up one day and my kids just be gone and I have spent all my time out here. It's so hard to separate. You know, you're always going to have, you know, what's the word I'm looking for? Regrets. You know, none of us have spent
Coulda, woulda, shoulda.
Yeah, none of us have spent all the time that we ever could with our friends and family and stuff. But I definitely have realized how much time I've spent in this shop and running and going. And you know, you work till late at night, and then you're not even home. Like when you go inside and you sit down and you try to watch a movie with your family, you're not even there because your brain's thinking about all this work and what you got to do next and what parts to order. So we're not going anywhere, but some things are going to change. So I just want to touch on that. We'll talk about it. We'll do a video on it later on, but. In a 69 Mach 1? Oh, you're on University of Florida campus? In a 69 Mach 1. That's pretty damn cool.
That's my favorite car.
Yeah. So my boy loves the cars. Very excited to him to take it over, I hope. Heck, do whatever you got to do. I appreciate that. Yeah, we will. We'll do whatever. But I think y'all will all understand that. You know, you reach a point in your life where I felt like I've done good. I probably didn't get my point across like I really, really wanted to, but we're going to focus on that. I'm going to get this point across to everybody. I'm going to try to change minds. I'm going to try to change some of these people that feel certain ways. I'm going to try to alter that a little bit. And I don't think I've done the best job of it. It's not always been about these cars. I don't know if y'all realize that or not, but the cars were an outlet, a way to get into your head. And I intentionally wanted to do that. I want to get in your head and get all this bullshit out that maybe you've learned or you've been taught throughout the years that it only can be done a certain way and it's got to be right. And I've proven to you guys. If I haven't proven it to you, you'll never learn.
I'm sitting here proof. And I feel comfortable that we'll talk about what it's done for me in another video, but it's changed my life more than I can ever tell anyone. So
yeah, it's been a good thing. It's helped John. It's helped me. You know, and this channel has allowed us to build these cars and do things, and it's shown my kids that hard work can pay off. And I wouldn't have changed it for anything, but at the same time, you know, got to make a decision at some point. I don't know. I'm excited because I don't know what it's going to look like. Like, this isn't the end. I'm not saying like, oh, woe is me, the channel's going away. No, but I'm excited to see where else. I want to sit and talk with you guys more.
Change lives.
Yeah, man. I want to help you. I want to get you out of that rut that you're in, motivate you. Have conversations like this, but a little more scripted. You know what I mean? Like, have an actual layout to go by rather than just shoot from the hip constantly. But I want to do a lot more of that, though. That's what I enjoy. I can't keep coming out here and turning riches all day and all night forever, you know? Dirt Track, I appreciate that, man. Fox Body Central, that's the stuff that hits home with me, man, because I really wanted that to happen. I really wanted to help you guys. And you can't help everybody. And some of y'all don't need help. Some of y'all are perfectly fine, but I know since I started this channel, I was very insecure when I started the channel. I was worried about what everybody was going to say and think about what I was doing. And I grew up in a little small town over in Blakely, Georgia, and I was kind of cut off from a lot of things and didn't understand a lot of this. So when I started the channel, I knew some of the things I was doing was kind of old school or frowned upon, but that's the only way I knew. But you know what? The way I was doing those things was getting me through my build, and I wasn't quitting on the build. Because when you understand, when you reach a moment of clarity, when you have that moment of clarity and you realize that you just need to do what needs to be done to make you happy, that changes everything.
Mm-hmm.
Don't worry about what Joe Blow says. Don't even worry about what I say. If you're happy and you like the way you do things, that's all that matters. And for me, I was doing things kind of unorthodox, and it was driving people crazy, and I was insecure about it. I was like, oh shit, but I didn't know what to do. Well, we got the red card done. When I got the red card done, I don't know, it clicked. I'm like, you know what? Instead of trying to hide from who you are, share with the world how you go about your, doing all this stuff. Because it's bass backwards of the way anybody else does it. I remember I painted the bumper in the driveway. I went to Rogers, I got a bumper, put it on the car, rolled the car out of the driveway out there, scuffed it up, taped the car up, and sprayed the bumper. And I'm telling people the whole time, like, I want to paint the car. And they're just like, dude, I don't understand why you're painting a bumper if you're going to take the car. Why are you doing this? Mentally, that's what I needed to do.
Mm-hmm.
Don't make no sense. So I'm telling you, it don't make any sense. Just make yourself happy. That's all. So just not to be sappy, but men's mental health, yes. Yes, absolutely.
We're gonna talk about that.
100%, Joseph. I'm not want to dig too deep into it, but there's some of y'all out right now that need help. You need help, and we're here to help if we can. I can't necessarily give my phone number out, and I'm horrible about answering emails, but you know what? If there's a need for this, we can do these live streams. We can do private live streams if we need to. I can turn this thing to where, I can only invite certain people in. We might have to do what we got to do. So many people go through issues, and I think sometimes you feel like you're all alone. I know I do. I feel like it sometimes. But, man, there's a whole community out here that'll help you. And I think sometimes, people just need to be told that I believe in you. And you need to believe that somebody believes in you. And that shit can make a huge difference. And I know some people are struggling right now with that. You ain't got no faith in yourself. You don't think you can do anything. You can. Having friends helps a lot. And I know there are people out there that don't have a friend group. And I hate that for you. We'll try to be that as much as we can.
This has been an epic live stream. It's been everywhere.
Yeah, it's been everywhere. It's fine.
I love it, though.
Yeah, I enjoy it. I got to get back behind the camera so I can hit my vape. I don't do that on camera. Oh, Lord, I'm stretching.
We're very big on mental health.
For sure.
And how to get you out of that gap is motivation. And that's what this channel has turned into more than anything. Cars are fun. Being around people you care about is fun. But if we can just change one life, it's worth it. Mm-hmm. And
I know that we've changed some lives already. I've heard some stories, and it's been awesome. I want to change more. I really want to get people out of the rut that they're in and help out. We're going to do that, y'all. But we're going to make it fun. It's not going to be all serious and shit. We're going to have fun with it. And we're still going to do the cars. But, here's the thing, y'all. Like, I'm not getting any younger, obviously.
So I just had a birthday Friday.
Yeah. So none of us are getting any younger. And I just, I guess I reached a point where I realized, man, I can't do this shit forever. My wife has been freaking awesome. I got like the best wife ever.
That's no doubt.
Yeah. She's been awesome throughout this. But do y'all know the load and the stress that she's taken on to let me come out here and do this and work my ass off and stay up late, and she supports it. And we benefit none from it. She benefits none from this channel. Hell, let's just be truthful for a minute here. Every bit of money, every bit of revenue that's made from this channel goes right back into the channel. I don't take that money and say, all right, we just got our YouTube check, babe. What you want to go buy? I find a way to put it all back in the channel, plus some. And the reason why that's important is because she cleans the house a lot of times. She's stuck in there, putting the girls to bed and cooking and clean. It's just, it's unfair sometimes. And I think I've been kind of selfish on the channel, as we all are. You know, I've realized it. And I'm not perfect by any means, and I don't expect to be perfect. You know, she's still going to get mad at me because I'm going to be out here doing stuff, but I have realized that I need to scale it back a little bit.
Where's Tucker, the shop dog?
Tucker's inside. His fat ass is...
It's cold here.
Yeah, it's cold, so he's inside, breathing heavy right now. Somebody said he sounded like a sander. thought somebody was sanding on a car. It was him breathing in the background. Yeah, Lamar, I appreciate that, man. I really do.
Well, happy birthday there, William.
Yeah.
Friday, March 15th, best in the world.
Yeah, John, I'm horrible with birthdays, and John kept saying, Friday's the best day in the world. Friday, and it finally hit me. I was like, shit, John had a birthday. Oops, my bad. But anyway, I'm horrible with birthdays and shit.
I'll be sure to broadcast your birthday.
LS would kill a T5 probably. Yeah. You know, a T5 is a good transmission. It really, really is. It lived behind that 393 for a while until, you know, you're at the track, dumping the clutch on slicks. It's going to eventually get it. Or drag radial, really, will get it slick. At least it'll absorb some of it. But T5s are pretty good, man. You just got to respect them. They're all right. Well, I guess we can go ahead and wrap this one up tonight. We've talked about a lot. So you guys are going to have kind of a heads up on what's coming for the channel this year. There will be some changes. So if you do see the car content start to kind of slack off a little and it's more talking videos and things like that, you'll kind of understand where it's coming from. And it may not. It may not. I know that something's going to have to change at some point. But
we're just keeping it real.
Yeah. And we are, you know, we're going to finish these cars up and we're going to do stuff. But you know how, before we go, you know how we were talking about not having all these cars apart, right? We were like, it's stressful. It hit me when we tore that car apart, when we did this, because we had, see what happened, y'all, is we had pushed so hard on this car and we were seeing the light was at the end of the tunnel. We were seeing it and we're getting there, man. And then all of a damn sudden it was like, we back out of the tunnel and we ain't even come in it yet because we got a motor over here that's got to be rebuilt. We got a car sitting up there in the garage that looks like absolute hell and it needs some work itself. And it's just like all this stuff started happening at one time. And you start you start looking forward and you're seeing all this work that's ahead of you. And it is just, it hurts. And mentally, I took a hit on it because going back to what I was saying before, the way I do things keeps me mentally prepared and going, and I don't stress myself out. That's why I do shit backwards as to how you might do it, because mentally that's what I need to do. This threw a monkey wrench in all of this, and it has been extremely hard to push through knowing the amount of work. Y'all do realize that we got to take this 347 over here, completely rebuild this thing now. Got to go send it to the machine shop, get it balanced, come back, put new bearings in it, possibly have to get some boring work done, get all this shit, right? Rebuild it. Pull this engine out of the car, put 347, hook the TKX and all that shit back up in here, get all of this working. We have to have a voltage regulator over here to make this work. There's a lot of little things that have to change. Electric fuel pump. Okay. Then the 289's got to go over to my dad's house. We got to wrap it all up, seal it up, take it over there. And then the 393's got to go in the poop coop. And then the engine out of the poop coop's got to go in. I mean, that's a lot of, think about that, y'all. That's a lot of shit. And it weighs heavy on you. You throw one extra thing in there that wasn't accounted for, and it can be rough. And, you know, just that's what I want you guys to know is I don't care how you go about doing it. If you're one of them guys that needs to stack parts up to the ceiling and that makes you feel good and you can get work done, then do that. I'm not one of them guys. As parts come in, I put them on. But anyway, there's enough of that. We'll talk about all that stuff later. Look, I love y'all. I'm going to go ahead and wrap this one up. It's getting kind of late. We've been on here for a pretty good while. So
we enjoyed it, fellas.
Yeah, we enjoyed it.
Ladies,
fellers.
Whoever watches this.
Whoever. 94 minutes.
Oh,
That's a pretty good minute.
We'll see y'all on the next one.
Yeah, and as always,